with us. At many family gatherings, Jeff and Angela would go out of their way to attend, even if it meant driving 7 or 8 hours to get there and back. I can say that one of our enduring memories of Jeff is seeing him arriving or leaving at a family get-together, shrouded in dust and exhaust, behind the wheel of whatever vehicle they were driving at the time, tooting his horn hello or goodbye. We repeated the joke hundreds of times because to us a joke just isn't funny until it's been said of at least 50 or 60 times. And Jeff always took it in good humor, a wry smile on his face that either meant, isn't that comical, or screw you, I wasn't sure which. Jeff and I shared a kinship in that we were both attorneys, although he had all the qualities of an attorney that I lacked: discipline, attention to detail, mastery of the law and facts. Jeff was a terrific lawyer. You could just tell by hearing him unpack an issue, understand the dynamics, and reach a solid, justified conclusion about it. As part of our lawyer training, it's drilled into us how important cross-examination is. We're taught that you can never believe what is said unless that statement has been tested in the crucible of cross-examination. But one of the greatest ironies of life is that in the end, we never get to cross-examine those who will testify about who we were and how we lived. That's a very bitter pill for us lawyers to swallow.
Sure. You know, King David said, "Teach me to number my days." And that's a kind of resonating theme throughout the Bible. And it's very important because we all are only here for a certain amount of time. But the great thing is that Angie said, you know, we're the comedic relief today. And that's because Jeff laughed. And if we miss that aspect of him, it would be a travesty. In addition, Jeff was a phenomenal host. I mean, we mostly knew everybody in this family. We grew up in a large family, like Angie said, at family gatherings. And Jeff was a consummate host. Anytime you showed up and you were going to sit down with him, guarantee a glass of wine would come out and some fruit and cheese, and it would be great conversation. I love the way Jeff talked. Every time you were telling him a story or what's going on in your life, he'd say, sure. And that's fabulous. Fabulous. It didn't matter what the conversation was, it was fabulous. Now, in a big family and social gatherings like that, sometimes you get to the point where you've had a little bit too much. And legend has it, it keeps getting better and better every day, that when the third Harry Potter book came out, Jeff actually drove 12 hours each way to get that book. Now, he claimed because he wanted to have the first run edition, you know, for his family and for all the other cousins. We think he just wanted to get away from us for a while. And he was incredibly humble, no matter the circumstance. We played golf a lot on these family vacations. And one time my father was kind enough to back over, Jeff's golf cart. And without a blip, my father was terrifically apologetic. Without a blip, he just said, he just kind of put his golf bag on his shoulder and walked away. And from what we know, for 20 years, that cart has still been sitting there, and Jeff never held it against anybody. That's the kind of guy Jeff was. He was a great member of this family. He was always going to laugh. He was always going to be fun. And he was always going to be engaging in everything he said. And if I can remember just a couple words from him, it's sure. And that's fabulous.
Daniel brought up another memory talking about golf, and Jeff was a fabulous golfer. Really enjoyed playing with him. Sure. He just was obviously very interested in sports. Decades ago, when the Redskins were good, we could have a good-natured rivalry when the two teams played. Sadly, that hadn't been the case for about 20 years because the Redskins sucked. But we enjoyed it while we did. So we pivoted to fantasy football, where Jeff, Angela, and in time, up-and-coming general manager Alana guided the New Jersey Giants to multiple league titles in our family fantasy league. Mostly when Emmitt Smith played, but hey, dynasties ain't what they used to be.
That's fabulous. Short. Another aspect of Jeff was he was a phenomenal family guy. I mean, he loved his family, he loved his girls, he loved Angie. And the greatest thing, no matter, we didn't always see each other, every day, every week. But no matter when it was, he would always give you the update of everything that was going on in Darren and Alana's life. I mean, it didn't matter whether you were awake or not. He was going to continue to give you an update in excruciating detail to where it was, we felt like we were a part of their lives no matter where they were or what they were doing. That's a sign of someone who wakes up in the morning not just happy to be alive, but happy for life. And there's a big difference in the two. So I'm thankful that the Lord did teach Jeff to number his days because he didn't waste them. And the proof of that is his family and his beautiful daughters. And brother? It's fabulous.
Well, so much more we could say about Jeff, but we'll have memories of him as long as we live. We all love Jeff. We'll all miss him very much.